Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler with me, Mir37. So our last flight, we went from South Lake Tahoe down to our base in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That is KABQ, and in this episode, we're going to go to another one of our bases, up to Detroit, KDTW. We haven't been to Detroit in forever. And I'm kind of surprised because I'm used to live in the Detroit area, and I love Detroit, so I don't know why we never actually go there. There's no scenery for it. There is US Cities X Detroit, and I've actually flown with that before in whatever episode. It had to have been a long time ago, but I'm just going to go ahead and kick that out and not use it because, quite honestly, that US Cities stuff, man, I don't really like it that much. It's really just a big old square of some scenery, so I say the heck with it and not even use it. In fact, I don't think I use any of it anymore. I might use Boston. I can't remember. But most of them, it's just a big old square, and they're kind of old. It's kind of like, what the heck? So, yeah, we're not going to use it. We actually have two jobs here. It's they total about, 108,000 pounds or something. It's a little bit over the weight, but I just checked them with the fuel that we're going to be carrying. We'll be able to do it. So let's go ahead and actually, we can do it from here. Go ahead and fly these things ourselves in the 757. I can't remember if I had someone else fly this thing since then or not. It seems like there's some good paying jobs or something that I might have had someone fly. Yeah, you can see I got about 1,500 miles. I can't remember exactly. I think it's probably over 1,200 miles. There's a SID but no star. And you kind of have to go out past Detroit. You actually go over to Ontario, Canada, and then come back. That's another 400. We don't need that much fuel. I'll put it at 1,700. We got 4,000 left, so you can see we can actually take all that stuff easily. Day flight, let's make it a little earlier. Although it doesn't matter because it's summertime now. But flying to the east where it's a little bit earlier. But yeah, like I say, it's summertime, so... Oh crap, I didn't have someone fly it. Alright, I'll be right. Actually, I guess we don't have to come back. We'll just go right over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. I think what I'm going to do after we get everything put in is I'm going to cut out the taxi because we have to taxi. We're taking off on runway 3, and I believe that's it way down there. So I'll probably just cut that. I hope my controllers are messed up. That's kind of odd. Alright, that looks like it's middle. There for a second I thought it was tilted over. I was like, oh, not again. Like I said, it hasn't happened in a while. It was in the 747. Actually, it hasn't happened in a long time. I had a screwed up controller. That's alright. Let's go over here, get this thing started. Index. Let's get our flight plan in here. KABQ, KDTW. Activate, execute. Departures and arrivals. We're going to depart, like I say, runway 3. So I think of 036. And we do have a Citizen GRZZZ3. Top one there. Transition to FTI. There's no real good star that came in. The stars all get close to the airport, but they don't actually come to the airport, so I put in some waypoints and stuff, so hopefully this doesn't screw that up. We're going to land on, I believe it's a 22 right. Have the ILS there. It's got Y and Z. I can never remember the difference. There are a bunch of stars, but like I said, none of them really work that well. Hopefully that's going to look good. I'll have to check it over there. Alright, so reserves, we'll put 3. We're flying to the northeast, mainly to the east, so let's say 35,000. Cost index, let's say 80. And takeoff for flaps 15 is going to be 154. So put that in here. Alright, and let's just look at real quick at the approach speed. About 148. Let's make sure that this goes to the right place. Let's pop this up and make it a little bit bigger so we can see what we're dealing with. Alright, go over to legs, and we're going to step through this. to the good stuff here. Hopefully this works correctly. Alright, yeah, we come over there, and it looks like it's gonna work right. We'll have to put this up here. Oh, you stupid thing. Yeah, see, and then you have to come back around. I hit the wrong button. Why did I do that? Well, is Fort Wayne down there? Yeah. No, we don't need... It doesn't look like it's coming in right, because I had it coming in perfectly. So I'm not sure if we need that or not. Although Eric is over here. That looks kind of messed up a little bit. We'll probably turn in before we get to angle. Yeah, I had it coming in perfectly, so I'm not quite too sure about that. Alright, move that back over and arrange. 154, like I said, 036. It's gonna be the runway heading, and what did I say, 35,000 for our cruising altitude. Should be pushing back right now. Parking brake coming off. I'm gonna go ahead and push back. It looked like there might have been some planes down there. Once again, no AI to speak of. World of AI. That's the bad thing I found about that. I do have an old My Traffic, I think. I thought about putting that in, but man, I don't want to bog down the system, you know, and lose frame rate. And sometimes you get some of that with those. I can't remember if it's the newest My Traffic. I think it's not the newest. I think it's one before that. I'm not totally for sure. Let's go ahead and flip on the flight directors. And I'll hit the traffic button. So TCAS is on. Brakes and go to RTO. Yeah, it kind of sucks that damn runway is literally clear over here. We're like at the furthest spot away from it. There is one plane right there. Like I said, I thought I saw somebody down there. I'd like to see who that is. Alright, we'll go ahead and stop this pushback real quick. I want to see who that is first. Taxi lights are on, so I'll keep this camera over here. Alright, let's start our taxi. Like I say, I want to see who that is. They don't seem to be moving. Maybe they're on the move now. Can't really tell. Come on, plane. I'm trying to wait for you and watch you. I ain't got all day. We need to cross over here. I thought there was a taxiway. I guess we're gonna have to go down further. Now I think he's moving. Or is he? What is up with that guy? Is there someone coming? Oh, there's a guy right here. Wait, what just happened to him? Did he just disappear? They just say, screw it, I'm gone? That's a Southwest plane, isn't it? So I guess it had to wait so long, but he would have had to have landed over top of him or something. Something odd just happened. Alright, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here, guys, because it's going to be a long taxi. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, everybody, we'll come back right here. We're about to make the turn, and then we'll get on the runway. Yeah, those guys, that one guy was taxiing, and then that guy, like, there's a guy behind him, like, popped in all of a sudden after that other guy disappeared. That's kind of odd. And I guess they're using the other runway, which I think is the main, more of the main runway. Whoa, 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 whoa. Talking and doing all kinds of stuff with my hands. But the wind was coming straight this way. That's why I took this runway, which is, as I said, way out here. But that, if you do it correctly by the wind, maybe I should do it more with the main runways. I don't know. That's why I did it this way. All right, so the strobes are on, landing lights are on, flaps are at 15, brakes are in RTO. All right, I noticed I've got some ground gremlins. I think I forgot to switch. I was doing an FSX flight, and I think I've got Europe actually enabled instead of like North America and everything. I'm not even at 50% throttle here, as you can see. And man, she sounds loud. I think it's because we have so much weight, because it does feel heavy, I gotta say. And we are heavy. We're almost fully loaded. Come on, sorry. I took my hand off the joystick to hit the keys to move my view back. So I don't like the view moving, to be quite honest. So about lined up. See how it kicks me over to the right? I really don't like that. Alright, but it looks like we're ready to go. One more last check. TCAS is on. 154, 036, ARM LNAV VNAV, auto throttles, 35,000, flaps are set. Looks like we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get on. And throttle up. Thrust is set. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
There, she's heavy. You can see that southwest taking off there to our left. Right to left.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Positive rate. Gears coming up.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Alright, coming out to the left here. It's another one of those where it takes a straight line right in the middle of the airport, which is ridiculous. Fly her back over to the line. Yeah, you can definitely tell she's heavy. You can look at our airspeed. Well, we are climbing at 3,000 feet a minute. Usually, she does that no problem.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5. Taxi light is off.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Kinda nice having a co-pilot talking to you. Oh shit, see, I was doing all that, and
Flaps up.
here we went over to the other side of the line. Flaps are up. Doing all that talking, and I missed the friggin' line. Are you kidding me? Bringing back the power, putting the nose back up. We're breaking the 250 knot rule. Kind of enjoying hand flying it right now. Let her back here in a second. That's one reason I put on autopilot real quick usually. Is mainly because of the speed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and click her. Let her take over. Yeah, I don't think I have openLC North America going. I have Europe, I think. Or, not Europe, Dublin, Ireland, I should say. It's in very dense and dense, because I was a little fearful of Detroit. Although Detroit shouldn't be that bad, especially since we're not running US Cities X. We're above the 10,000 now. Forgot, we're at such high altitude here in Albuquerque. Smooth the range. 40 miles there. Let's check and see what this thing says. Yeah, that's not right, obviously. 20 Zulu, it's already moving back though. That would be 3.5 hours. What was it, 1,200 or so miles, I think? This says 1236, so... Alright, well, it's pretty decent weather. Hopefully that holds. Hopefully it's that way in Detroit as well. I know the weather seems to be improving here and it's not raining all the time like it was. Knock on wood. Move this to 065. Alright, well, we do have a good little ways ahead of us. So this will probably be a good spot since there's nothing too much to see except some mountains. It's just deserty. Alright, well I'll go ahead and speed on up everybody. And I'll leave that up so you can see the progress and be back in just a little bit.
The captain has turned on the best seatbelt sign. Please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened. To prepare for landing, it will be necessary to collect all service items, as well as any other items you wish to discard, such as newspapers.
Alright, everybody, slowing her down here. That is not the airport below us, by the way. Don't worry. I think that was the city of... that was the city of Detroit over there on the right. Can't see it now. You can see it was a really tight turn, so it's having to come back all the way back around. I think I've got 140. Yeah, 140 is in there. That is our landing speed. See, this thing's going to take it down to about 170, and I've got it set for, I believe, 2,000, or leave it at 3. Now, left it at 3. Airport elevation, 643 feet. So if you're down at 2,000, you're only going to be 1,400 above. And I don't know if that's going to be too high or not over here. There's Detroit. There's some cool scenery on X-Plane 11 some guy made, all those buildings. It's kind of cool. I think US Cities X, I think it has some of that. It's got like Ford Field and was it Comerica Park and all that. A lot of that stuff can get heavy on the frame rate and everything, so it's kind of screwed. Like I said, I turned this down to very dense and dense. Let's see what kind of frame rate we're getting right here. Yeah, 24 to 26, 23. And that's clear over here. So imagine if we had it really extremely dense and all that stuff. And USC X. Now, when you look at it, that looks like it's right on there. It looked like earlier like it was way off, but now it looks like it's right on there. I don't know the heading of this runway. It's 22 right, but I can't remember the heading. I just got 22 right, and the ILS is 111.95. Oops, there it was. 111.95. Like I said, I can't remember the daggone heading. Somehow I forgot to write that down. Take a look outside. Come back by the tail here. I still can't get that good of a look at it. Detroit! Thanks, Canada, for letting us use your airspace. I don't know that that's exactly allowed in real life. Drag required, so we'll bring this back. That is the airport. So I think we were exceeding the 250 there. Landing lights are on, taxi lights are on, everything looks good from here. Yeah, I think we're gonna go down more. I'm gonna move that to 2,500 because you can see we are gonna be close down there when we actually make the turn. What is it heading right now? 296. Yeah, we're gonna be. That has us looking really close to the runway, but it can't be that close. Although I guess if you're 2,000 feet. Yeah, with your drag required. Let's slow that down to 150 at 2,000. So like I said, our approach speed is going to be 145. We're slightly high. Looks like, but that's alright. Alright, we're at 200 knots, so I'm going to go ahead and put the gear down. And I'm going to put the flaps out to 1. Flaps going to 5. Let's go ahead and get that off.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and straight
Alright, that can go off.
Ensure all portable
Make
electronic
sure it's
devices
armed.
are turned off, and stow all carry-on items. Additionally, footrests and video monitors
See that frame
must be
rate now.
returned
Yeah,
to their
19,
original
22.
position. Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and turn off the auto throttles. Now see this say we're getting a little low here. Flaps to 10. Or I'm sorry, 15. I don't think we have 10. See, let's go ahead and hold right here. I don't like where... That's why I was afraid we were going to get a little too low. And it feels like we are getting too low. That has us as low. We probably won't even need the ILS. Probably won't have a chance to use it, to be quite honest. And get up on the thrust here. So I'll put that at 140. Just nice to see the marker. More thrust needed. Let's go ahead and descend down to 2,000 now. See, I think we're going to end up a little high here. Flaps coming out. Yeah, it shows we're a little high.
Please be seated for arrival.
Coming up on it now. Tempted to go ahead and hit the localizer. It pretty much has this right on it. Localizer, I'm going to hit approach. Well, it says landing 3, but I don't think it can get it that good. Got one more notch of flaps. Now we're at full flaps. I feel the need to go ahead and just cut this thing. I got it with the
1,000.
Yeah, this thing, I go ahead and cut it. Autopilot. We're all out of whack. Hopefully this is the right runway. That other one looks a lot bigger. There we go. Man, this thing was really pitched up.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums.
Come on down, girl.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, don't come down too hard. Trying to save her. It says greaser. That was kind of a whacked out landing there. I'm on the brakes. Man. I was trying to save her, like, all of a sudden, I felt like we were pitched down way too much, and all of a sudden we were kind of diving at it, and you could hear those GPS call-outs. That was a little crazy. Wasn't in control. I guess it wasn't totally a bad landing, but at least on the vertical speed, but man, I guess it kind of averted a little bit of a crisis there, because at the end, it was kind of crazy we couldn't get down quick enough, and all of a sudden at the end, we're getting down way too quick. Like I said, I had to get her pointed at the ground like that.
For the next few minutes, so please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board. Please take care when opening the overhead bins.
Strobes and lane lights off. That's all we really need to do. So I won't stop her. Flight director off. Go ahead and cancel the recording. The only problem now is we got to waze the taxi back over to the terminal. Looks like 22 left was closer. From the looks of the map, it had us the terminal like right in between, but looks like the terminal was to the left even of 22 left. See, everybody's over to there. I don't know where the cargo area would be. There's no place any closer to us. May have to go over to the gates. I don't know. I don't know why that stays on. You can't right click that. That's me hitting the auto throttle or autopilot on the joystick. Yeah, that was almost a disaster. We just came in too close. That was the problem. Actually, here, those UPS, we'll go park over by them. They're freighters. Yeah, we needed a longer approach, especially with a plane like this big. I have no problem doing something like that with a small plane, general aviation plane, but on a big plane like this. Unless you come out, I guess, too, at the right altitude. Which we came in a little high, but it just seemed like 2,000 when it originally was just too low. Although, like I say, it was so close to the airport, I guess maybe it wasn't. Alright, let's see. Which... do we want to take that? Is it that taxiway or the next? Let's look outside. Yeah, it's this one. Look how to the right that is. Alright, we'll take this taxiway. It looked like 22 right was just kind of out there on its own. It looked like 22 left was a lot bigger. 22 right kind of looks like a small runway, but it's actually, I believe, like 10,000 feet long. I think it was just as long as the other ones. I don't know. Maybe it was just the positioning? I don't know. Having a tough time getting this thing to taxi straight. Just wanting to pull over. Delta over there on the move. That's one thing. You know, you come into Detroit, there's going to be a lot of AI. That's pretty nice. This is such a... It's actually one of the bigger airports in the United States. I was kind of surprised it was such an important hub. Since Detroit's been getting smaller and smaller and smaller, but the airport's pretty big size. A lot of passengers. I was kind of surprised by that. Detroit Wayne County Airport. I don't think I've ever actually been there. In the years that I've lived up in Southfield. Of course, Southfield's to the northwest. I think the airport's actually to the southwest. There's southwest over there. Speaking of being southwest. It's a big old UPS plane. Is there gonna be a place for us to park? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Can't go all the way up there now. We're gonna have to. That's unbelievable. There's only 2 spots to park that are both taken by UPS. Sons of guns. That sucks. I wish there was just one big area or something. But apparently not. I guess we'll go on up to the next one. I hope we can get to the next one. I hope that there's something there. A lot of taxiing around in this for me. I hate this. Alright, back to the left. There's a bunch of planes moving over there southwest. It just adds more to the game, or sim I should say. I know some people hate when you call it a game. It adds so much to the AI. What world of AI seems to kick so much out? Let's go park there. It's kind of a weird parking areas over here. It looks like there can probably only be one parking plane over there. Like, this should be continuous pavement or concrete or whatever. Like, I don't know why it's so sectioned off. I guess you can put 2 here. And I'll pull off to the one on the left. Yeah, come on over. I got a little over to the right there. Let's stop right here. Parking brake coming on. Taxi lights are off. Alright, I guess I can't remember how we always do this since the APU isn't running. We'll just go ahead and shut her off because I'm going to be back here in a second. We just need air hauler to catch it. Let's go ahead over to air hauler. Get both of these unloaded. Some decent money on this trip, I do believe. One I think paid like $250,000, and the other one only paid like 80 grand or something. There we go. Yes, you can stop the flight monitoring. Come on, air hauler. Slow, slow, slow. Let's look at the financials real quick. Bank loan, take out a loan, cancel the loan. For years we've been having to do that. I don't know why mine had to be broken for so long. Yeah, see, one paid 88, and the other one I guess only paid 216. So that's still some decent money. And the good thing is, now that we're in Detroit, that's still one of our bases. I love base-to-base flying because you don't have to set it up or anything. Although now I usually use other planes or other pilots to set up my plane. It's kind of a nice luxury to have. So that pays so much. Melbourne, Florida, huh? KMLB. I mean, it's got to be Melbourne, Florida. At first I saw, I was like, I'm not flying all the way to Australia, but it's got to be Melbourne, Florida. Yeah. That pays so much. I mean, you basically have to do that. Oh, man, there's 2 of them. So, let's see. What are my hours? It's 37 and 57. I can probably do one. I have 2 days off. Today's one of them. Tomorrow's the next one. But I can't fly both those. I'll fly the 691 one, and I'll let Jessica Little. I'll send her to Melbourne, and she can pick the plane up and go fly the other one, I think. Although it kind of sucks both of them, because I'm going to have to tell her to do it. She can't do it on her own because of the weight. The limit is 72, so she would want to take 2 flights. That's alright, though. I thought we had Jessica. There she is, Jessica Little. Position her to Melbourne. KMLB, Melbourne, Florida. Go over there. Probably take her a little while. That's alright. It's nice. It gives me some time. I can get her going on that. I always love that. Rapid City, its ICAO code is crap. I love that. Seen that a bunch. Alright, well, yeah, that's the plan, though. Melbourne, Florida. That's what we're going to plan on. Nice area down there, too. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.